1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Welcome to our meditation time here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands. We're happy to have you all here today. Yes. All of the seats with water in them are for you to sit in. People in the same household can sit next to each other. So we're going to take a moment now to just relax in our chair, feet on the floor. And I invite you to hold your hands in your lap comfortably, palms facing up in a receptive position, with your back straight. And just allow yourself to take a nice big deep breath, breathing in and noticing your abdomen pooching out to let in the breath, and holding it there, and then slowly release. And again, breathing in nice and deep and slow, holding it there, and releasing. And just allowing your breath to become natural. Notice any place where you feel or sense your breath going in and out. It might be the rise and fall of the chest. It might be the rise and fall of the abdomen. Or it might be the cool air coming in through the nostrils and the warm air on the exhale. Just notice. As you notice that, and notice your thoughts trying to take you away from this moment, you can use this mantra to bring your thoughts back. The unconditional love of God is who I am. The unconditional love of God is who I am. The unconditional love of God is who I am. I am the unconditional love of God. I am the unconditional love of God. I am unconditional love. Allowing your awareness to stay with the breath. Noticing it flowing in and out like a gentle breeze. I am. I am. I am unconditional love. I am the unconditional love of God. I am the light of the divine. I am the light of the divine. gently bring your awareness to your breath. Affirm once more, I am unconditional love. I am light. Allow your memory to bring these affirmations to mind throughout the day. And allow yourself to be that unconditional love and light. And now as we come back into the room, I invite you to wiggle your fingers and toes. Be aware of your seat. Be aware of the floor. And very gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in meditation.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God and each other, yeah. Now look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. together in the name of love.
I am a member of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to the Center of Spiritual Living Redlands. Our theme for the month of April is Stepping into the Unknown. So we are an open, inclusive community that honors all people with every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on the journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you are here with us for the first time, please raise your hand and give us a wave. All right over there. Welcome to our service today. So now if you are in our Zoom room, please unmute your microphone so you can join us all in the sanctuary in greeting each other. Welcome. Please enjoy our service. And now, here's Gilman with our century music.
Hi, everybody on Zoom. Mark's there. Yay.
Does he know he's there?
Oh, yeah. Barbara's there and Frankie's there.
Oh, yeah?
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Thank you, Gilman. We're going to move into our opening prayer. So I'm going to invite you to just become still for a moment and recognize the face of God that you are. Recognize that divine light that you are. Recognize the infinite life that is God, that is the divine, that is spirit. Recognize it as the creator of all life that is seen, all life that is unseen. And we recognize this life and know this unconditional love is the truth of who we are, because we are created from the image and likeness of this presence. And so as we are here together, we are here together as that light, as that love. We are here as the face of the divine. I know that we are all here by divine appointment this morning. And I'm so grateful for every person present here, online, wherever they may be. They are present with us because we are one. And so I bless each one of us here this morning. I bless the message that comes through from Spirit, pushing itself outward into the universe. I bless every note of music, every word that is spoken, and everyone who takes part in bringing this service to life. I'm so grateful to know this truth, that I have spoken it, and the law is already working on it. The law is already bringing it into form. And so in this knowing and in this blessing, I simply allow it to be, and we can claim it together by saying, and so it is. Thank you for joining me in that. This morning, our reading comes from the Science of Mind, the textbook that, as we call it. Ernest Holmes wrote it. This is from page 420, paragraph 3, in case you've got your book with you. All emerge from that one whose being is ever present and whose life is robed in numberless forms, is manifest throughout all creation. Creation is the logical result of the outpush of life into self-expression. It is the coming forth of spirit into manifestation. The one encompasses and flows through all, spilling itself into numberless forms and personalities. These forms and personalities, propelled by the cosmic urge which brings them into being, have within themselves an impulse planted by the divine, and since the divine is limitless, it is perfect. It must and ultimately will bring all creation into a state of perfect manifestation. And here's Gilman.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old Crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down.
Oops. I really like that song, especially in the spring. And if you think about it, our garden is our mind, isn't it? And we get to plant thoughts into our garden. And sometimes we have to weed thoughts out of our garden. Yeah. So I really appreciate Gilman and his talent and his willingness to record for us on Sunday mornings. He'll be with us here soon. He's got all of his vaccinations now, like many of us do. How many of you have all your shots now? And you're just waiting for your tags that say, I have all my... No, that's a different breed. Okay. All right. As we know, we're stepping into the unknown this month. And today the title is Bless-itation. And bless-itation is a combination of blessings and hesitations. And as I've been working with this word all week, what comes to me is that we have blessings and we have manifestations, which are blessings, and then we have a hesitation sometimes of going into those blessings because they might not look like blessings. Have you ever had something happen in your life? Probably none of you here, but some people have things happen in their life that really doesn't look like a blessing at all. You know, and you have to wonder why that happens. But the thing is, the blessing is there. All we need to do is look more deeply into the situation and we'll find the blessing, or we get to wait and see what happens. Because that blessing may just come out because of the situation that happened. There's some neighbors of ours who were burned out of their house a couple of weeks ago. And they have been basically homeless for a while, staying in a motel and getting assistance where they can. And then the husband of this family came down with pneumonia, had to go to the hospital. And then something else happened. And something else happened. It just was like piling up on them. And whenever I would hear this story, I would say to myself, what a blessing. What a blessing. Something big is coming from this. Now, these people are not like-minded. In fact, there's really not much that a person can say to snap them out of their delirium of being in a world that is against them. And so I keep blessing them. And I know that one day I'm going to feel the time is right, and I'm going to be able to say, you know, if you looked at it like this, it might look differently to you, and you might move past what is happening more quickly. But we have to use our intuition in telling people those kinds of things, because some folks are just not going to hear it. And I guess that's their hesitation. That's their hesitation into having the blessing that could be theirs. And sometimes we get in a place where we don't feel like we deserve a blessing. We don't feel like we are up to it or can even embrace it, because we're not feeling as though we are enough. And the good news that I have for us this morning is that we are enough, because we are the presence of the divine right here, right now. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Yes. All right. Good, good. I had an experience when I was moving from Washington State back home here to California. This was just a couple of years ago. And several things kept happening. And now I knew I needed to move. I knew because there was this inner push that it's like Spirit was saying, it's time to go. My oldest daughter had moved across the country from us. My granddaughter was having a baby, and she lives here. And I had to be home for that great grandbaby. And since my oldest daughter moved away, I thought, well, I'm going to go home, be closer to my youngest daughter's family, and I'll get to see my oldest daughter at some point in time. So made the decision, got the U-Haul, guys packed the U-Haul on a Saturday, and my roommate and I went to church on Sunday, a Center for Spiritual Living in Olympia. And it was cold that day, and I had on my big winter coat that had nice big pockets, and I had my car keys in my pocket, and I had the U-Haul keys in my pocket. And came in, hung it on the coat rack, and went and enjoyed church. And then came out after service, and I walked up to the coat rack thinking, where is my coat? It's not there. And then I found out that the coat rack was actually that we met in a school that used to be a church, and the coat rack was the lost and found. And someone found my coat and took it with them, and we all decided, all of us in the little group that was looking for my coat, we decided that that homeless person needed my coat more than I did. He didn't, however, need the keys to the U-Haul or my car keys. And so that started a whole chain of events on that move down to California. The next day, my roommate and I had to call U-Haul. Well, I called U-Haul, and I explained the situation. What do we do? She said, well, you've bought the road service or something. I bought something when I rented the truck. She said, it's all covered, and we'll send him out. He'll be there in about a half an hour. Sure enough, here he came, got us all set, handed us the keys, and off we went. And the first night at the motel the next morning, I woke up, went out to the car, and couldn't get into it. Called U-Haul. And so they told me what to do. The car, by the way, was on a two-wheel trailer. The front wheels were on the trailer, the back wheels were on the ground. And the nice man at U-Haul who rented the trailer and told us how to do it said to put the car in neutral. Well, what happened was the car thought it was driving, and it locked the doors. And if I had unlocked the doors, the alarm would have gone off. So, it's those kinds of things that were happening. And the next stop at a motel, I got out and did a tour around the trailer, and there was a chain that had wiggled loose on the bumpy road that we found ourselves on. I mean, we were really bouncing in the cab of that truck. Even my dog was. But the chain had come loose off of the tire. So I called U-Haul. What can we do about this? And so a man came out and he got the chain to be on the tire enough to hold it down for the rest of our trip, but it was tangled up on the axle. So we left, and we got to the motel in Beaumont, and then off to the place where I was going to live for a little while with Joanne LaPointe. Some of you might know her. And we had a wonderful time together, but that first day, I had to call U-Haul. Now, by this time, I'm on a first-name basis with U-Haul. Bob, I've got a problem. So, the man who came to undo that chain to get the car off of the trailer, it took him about an hour to undo that. But he worked diligently. We got it done. I went to the U-Haul place to turn the truck and trailer in. I was a day late. And so when the man was at his computer and he was looking all very official, and he said, okay, you're a day late. I said, I know. I tried to get here, but I don't even want to tell you what happened. Anyway, he said, okay, type. And he said, okay, $40. $40? He said, yes, yeah. And that's for this, and this, and this. Okay. So I gave him $40, and he said, let me walk you out. So he walked with me outside. He didn't want to discuss this in front of the other person who worked at U-Haul, but he said, the truck and trailer being a day late, you owed a whole lot more than $40, but I took all of that off of your bill because I could tell that you were tired. You had already been through enough, and I just wanted you to know that may not ever happen again, but you will need to pay that $40. I had a couple of weeks to pay it. Okay. You see, all of those things happening all the way through that trip, and when I got to Beaumont, would have in the past made me think, this isn't the right thing to do. I need to turn around and go back to Washington. But there was an inner pull pulling me to California. I knew I had to be here. There was a blessing waiting for me here. And now look where I am. Wow. And so the whole experience actually became a blessing, because now it's a funny story. And I'm really glad it's over. And I am knowing that when we have a pull to do something, to move somewhere, to go someplace, or to meet someone, or to start a class, or whatever it is that the divine is pouring through us saying, you must do this, then that is what you must do. Continue to say yes. I had to continue to say yes all the way down I-5. And at several points, I would look out the window thinking, wow, is this really, am I doing the right thing? Am I supposed to be there? I have a great grandbaby coming. Yes, it's the right thing. I'm so homesick. I want to be home. I love my roommate. We had roomed for almost 9 years, and I love her like a sister. She's a sister from another mother, but I had to be home. And I know that every step I'm taking now moves me closer to the blessing that continues to flow into my life. There was hesitation. It was a bless-itation there for a minute. But I know that the blessing is there, and it continues to flow to us when we allow it, when we open our arms and say yes to that blessing. Now, there are times when we come to a place where we're in doubt. Probably none of you have ever doubted a thing, but I certainly have. And I've heard the adage, when in doubt, don't do it. Or, when in doubt, throw it out. You know, those kinds of things have maybe given doubt a bad name, but there are some times when we need to pause and be there with Mr. Doubt and just embrace it for a moment, and then it will dissolve. When we allow ourselves to feel that doubt and then take a breath, it will usually dissolve and we'll move forward away from whatever doubt we had. The other thing I used to hear about doubt is that doubt is debt. That struck home with me. And so there are times when doubt has a message for us. It says, maybe you shouldn't be in debt. Maybe you should get out of debt. Maybe it's time for you to do something over here rather than this over here. And the thing is that when we allow ourselves to be guided by those thoughts and feelings, those doubts and maybe even fear, then we're allowing ourselves to open up to a greater possibility, even through the doubt and the fear. Now, I know that walking through that fear is, it can really be horrible. But when we walk through it and not camp out there, that's when we begin to make progress. That's when we begin to move forward on our journey, the journey that we're here to do, and the person that we're here to be. So, there are choices that we get to make in life. And these choices allow us to grow. Every choice we make allows us to grow. Everything that happens in our experience is a blessing, and it allows us to grow. Everything. So our spiritual practice this week is going to be to allow ourselves to feel the hesitation when we are hesitant about doing something, when we find that a blessing has come along and we're hesitant about accepting it. This week, our spiritual practice is to open our arms and expect that blessing and embrace that blessing. When the hesitation crops up, allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to be with it, and allow it to dissolve. Because I know that we're always on our right path, doing the right thing at the right time. Isn't that right? Yeah, absolutely. So that's part of our spiritual practice this week. And the other part of our spiritual practice is to know the truth that Spirit is always with us. Spirit is who we are. So I'm going to invite you to turn to someone this morning and say, you are Spirit. Go ahead. Yes. Yes, you are. How wonderful. We're all Spirit right here. And we get to live a Spirit-filled life because we live and move and have our being in Spirit. Yes? Yes, we do. All right. So as we move into this week, those are our spiritual practices. Allow yourself to feel the hesitation, allow yourself to acknowledge the doubt, and let it go, and allow it to lead you to wherever you need to be, and then you can let it go. And then you can know that you are spirit in form right here, and so is everyone else, even that person that rubs you the wrong way. So our affirmation for this week is this: everything in my life welcomes a realization of spirit. Everything in my life welcomes a realization of spirit. I'll say part of it and then you can repeat it. Everything in my life welcomes a realization of spirit. Everything in my life welcomes a realization of spirit. Yes! Woohoo! Namaste.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to leave. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time that you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. There is a time to every purpose under heaven.
That was really good. Almost as good as I can do it. No, I'm just kidding. So today's announcements for April 18th of 2021. A new class begins soon, and it's called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. It begins on Tuesday, May 4th at 6:30 p.m. In this 5-week course, you will learn how to apply science of mind principles, practices, and methods to enhance your life in 3 areas: relationships, prosperity, and health. The tuition is no, wait, that can be right. No, it's I'm sorry, not $170, and can be paid in 2 installments. So to register for that class, contact Reverend Carrie. That's at revcarrie@cslredlands.org. Also, on Wednesdays, receive your midweek boost every Wednesday evening from 7 to 8 p.m. with Reverend Dr. Renee Hart. She facilitates a beautiful meditation followed by an inspirational message. It's on Facebook Live from 7 to 8 p.m. I think you'll enjoy it. And our sanctuary is now open on Sunday mornings so that you can enjoy Sunday service in person. We have all of the COVID safety precautions in place so you can feel safe. Of course, you can continue to watch our service using Zoom, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube when you watch one of our services. Our service is good online, but it's even better in person. And back to that YouTube subscription, yes, please. We need, I think, 100, right, to be a viable channel. So I've already subscribed, and I only have one friend. I'm going to call him today. So after service today, those attending on Zoom can stay right where they are, and those of us in the sanctuary can gather around the camera to say hello and visit with each other, if not for just a moment. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Richard. Right. Thank you, Richard, very much. We are now going to move into the time for our offering. And so this is where we get to motivate the law of circulation. When we give, we receive. It happens every time. If you don't believe me, clean out your closet, give it all away, and watch how many clothes come into your closet. I mean, it just happens. So let's enact that beautiful law of circulation with our gift this morning. I do want to tell everyone online and here that if you would like to give online, you can do so through Facebook on our donate button and our website on our donate button. You can also use Venmo, and you can use Zelle. You set that up through your bank, easy peasy, my new favorite way of giving. And PayPal, of course, is available, and you could even write a check. Imagine that. You could write a check and mail it to the church, or you can bring it by our church, and outside this door we have a secure mailbox. You can just slip an envelope right in there. And we accept your gifts with great love. So let's take a moment to hold our gift over our heart, or if you've already given online, I invite you to just place your hands over your heart. And let's say our offering affirmation together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. Indeed, and so it is. Here's Gilman. Our giving bowl is up here on the piano.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, all that I have. I am blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Thank you, everyone, for your gift. We really embrace those gifts with love and use them very wisely here at our church. Before I go into my closing healing prayer, I want to thank some people for surprising me this morning and attending our center. I was just with them yesterday. These ladies are with a mastermind group that we adore, and so we get together once a month. And they surprised me by coming here this morning. I'm so thrilled to have them. Lynn is here for the first time. Welcome, Lynn. And Kathy and Phil are here. And Corliss, who some of you might recognize from our classes, she's been co-facilitating with me. She is a practitioner from the Beaumont Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome, Corliss. Yes, thank you, ladies, for coming. That's very cool. And now we're going to go into our closing healing prayer, but I want to point out to you that on some of the chairs we do have prayer request forms, and if you are in need of a prayer and would like to complete that form, you can place it in the offering bowl and they will be communicated to our practitioner corps so that we can keep you in prayer. If you are a practitioner or a minister and would like to stand on the outer edges of our sanctuary, I invite you to do that. And now we'll take a moment to turn within, to be in that sacred space that we know as the divine. And as we turn within, we recognize the perfection and the joy and the peace and the wisdom and the intelligence of the universe, of spirit. This divine presence has created all life out of itself, and it is everywhere present throughout the universe. I know that each of us is a creation of this divine, infinite life. And we are one with it, and it is one with us. And we are one with each other. And so in this oneness, I speak my word to know the truth for each one of us here this day. I know for each one of us that we are moving forward into the blessings that our life is meant to be here on this planet. I know each one of us is moving past any blockages, any fears or doubts or worries, any hesitation, and moving forward into that which is for the very best, highest good for all concerned in our lives. I know for each one of us, present here in the sanctuary, present on Zoom, present on YouTube, that we are each a blessing to everyone in our life. Everyone that we love and hold dear is a blessing to us. And I speak my word this morning for all of those who might be in a place of dis-ease, in a place of illness, in a place of perhaps moving close to transitioning into the next dimension. What I know for sure for each of these individuals is that the presence of the divine is right where they are. The presence of God is that presence that is within them, and it is already whole and perfect and complete. And so we know the truth that this wholeness is being revealed in this moment. And the wholeness that comes from a transition is already there. That wholeness is already there. I speak my word for anyone who is in need of shelter this day. Anyone who is in need of warmth, either physical warmth or heart warmth. Anyone who is in need of food, spiritual food and physical food. I know for each individual that there is a supply moving itself forward into their lives right now in this moment. So substance and supply is everywhere present, and so in this moment I know that this supply is there for all those who require it. And this substance and supply includes shelter, a home. It includes love and laughter. It includes peace and presence and the beauty of the divine. I speak my word for this Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands, knowing that this church continues to grow and thrive and be a light into the Redlands community, bringing forward the truth, bringing forward the word of life itself into the community. And I know all of those who are drawn to our classes, who are drawn to our services, all of those people are blessed and overflowing in their lives with blessings from being in our presence. I give thanks for this center and for all that it does to create harmony and peace and perfection throughout the community and throughout our congregation. I give thanks. I give deep, heartfelt thanks that the law is already working on all of the words that I have spoken. And I'm sure that the law knows what I was going to say before I said it and already had it in place to bring it into manifestation. I am so grateful for this divine creative power that does its perfect work every time, always saying yes. I am so grateful. And in this gratitude, I release my words into the law, into the very heart and presence of the infinite, that infinite spirit that is unconditional love. I release my word into that. And I allow it to be, and I let God do its perfect work. And so we allow it and we claim it as we say together, and so it is. Namaste. Ashe. And now Gilman is going to bring us our closing song, and you're allowed to get up and dance.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share